Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Gemini, January 16, 2023. While you recognize the need for stability and routine in some life departments, you can experience restlessness or rebellious feelings today. Your feelings or others' affections for you can be intense one minute, and then they cool down the next, but in the end, you may very well learn something new about yourself or a relationship. You may only need a breather or the benefits of a change of pace. You may get the courage to do something new. For example, there can be some disruptions regarding a friendship or confusion about boundaries. Still, it can be helpful to detach yourself just enough to step out of your comfort zone and discover new ways of interacting. You don't tend to be the most spontaneous zodiac sign of the bunch. With the crab as your symbol, you tend to be timid rather than impulsive as you assess the landscape and sink into your shell if things ever get a bit messy. Unfortunately, today is bringing rocky energy to all relationships, especially romantically. In fact, one of your friends or someone in your network may be acting a bit chaotic and wild, which in itself leaves you feeling defensive about your personal and intimate life. If this is the case, let them know you don't want any of their funny business. Be decisive about what you want in your work and life balance. Today's last quarter moon in Libra is your cosmic cue to feel more at ease with what your routine will entail and what you can handle in your schedule. However, there might be this underlying tension with committing to certain aspects since Venus in Aquarius will also square Uranus retrograde in Taurus. The square implies that you may feel initially unsure of investing your time, energy, and attention into something that you may want to accomplish. However, maintaining strong boundaries and expectations can help you feel more confident. For Venus, as she moves into her final 12 days in your financial sector, this has been a week of ups and downs, but one that has helped to fire up your motivation and a sense of resolve. Whether it was a clash with the moon in your income sector or a friendly aspect to Mars, the warrior planet of the cosmos, in an intuitive and imaginative part of your chart, this is encouraging you to take your financial power back. Today's celestial atmosphere indicates a time for emotional acknowledgement. This can be tricky for some who tend to feel acknowledged only when the outside self receives attention. The aspect at play represents inner energy. In other words, it's not about how you look, how you dress, or who you seem to be. You will benefit from this transit by looking inward. To help, try firing up a streaming yoga session that focuses primarily on the breathing aspect of this discipline. Illuminate the inner pathways to your true identity. On such a fun-filled day as this, you might find that your logical and analytical approach to life clashes with the day's energy. You may want to lighten up a little so you can enjoy yourself. Do something a little bit out of the ordinary for yourself. Make plans to get together with friends this evening, or take a loved one out for dinner and a movie. Whatever you do, just make sure to schedule yourself some well-deserved time off today. At the same time that Mars' first weekend in direct motion in a nostalgic and reflective but also intuitive and imaginative part of your chart is giving you a chance to look to the future but also to pause, there is likely to be a new sense of impatience. On the one hand, it is a sense of anticipation now that the warrior planet of the cosmos is on his way back to Cancer. However, this is also fueling a more general awakening of your competitive spirit over the last few days. You are no longer sleepwalking. Just as things are starting to take off professionally, the moon is delivering its familiar and fleeting work and life balance reminder. The weekend makes it easier to look at both sides of life's fence more objectively, and with the moon returning for its first visit to your romantic sector for the year tomorrow, the timing couldn't be better. Our eyes in the sky. Venus in Aquarius squares off with Uranus retrograde in Taurus this evening. When these two planets face off, they encourage us to break free of romantic situations that are no longer working. It's time to embrace autonomy and choose to do what you want. No one can control you any longer. Realize that you are in charge of your own destiny. In your relationships, try not to be so forceful, be careful not to act inappropriately. Give some careful thought to your conduct, as accommodating others is not easy for you. Do not expect so much of yourself or your body. Make wiser choices, for example, yoga instead of jogging, meditation instead of endless exercise. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration, be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. Alive to warning signals from your body, you notice how you're more stressed than normal. Build short periods of rest into your hectic daily schedule. Don't force yourself to exercise or unnecessarily stress your body. Don't waste your energy, use what you've built up wisely, create an oasis of calm for yourself. You make a lot of fuss about nothing. Every occasion you meet others, discussions and conversations appear to get out of control or at least aren't very friendly. These disputes really aren't about anything or indeed important. Avoid them as much as you can, retreat gracefully, practice being patient, even if it isn't easy for you. Never forget that other people cannot read your mind. If you don't feel well and are a bit annoyed with yourself, don't take it out on your loved ones. Take time to talk to them and listen to the advice of family and friends. The cosmic weather is quiet today until the afternoon, when the Libra moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, steadying our emotions. This is an ideal aspect for getting to the bottom of something. Though we are not in an especially investigative mood, we have the disposition to hold two truths in our minds at once. This objective lens is invaluable. Others might seek us out for advice, or we could be asked to mediate a dispute between friends or loved ones. Everyone will walk away from the dilemma feeling as though justice has been served. Don't waste your time on minor matters. Your business instincts are well honed today, so use them to concentrate on what's important. Make the investments you need to and profits will soon come your way. Buy yourself something, because these favorable circumstances are truly a reason to celebrate. Following this, Venus in Aquarius squares off with Uranus in Taurus, prompting surprise upsets in relationships. This transit stirs up erratic energy with loved ones. We may suddenly realize that our current partnership parameters aren't working for us anymore. We desire change and novelty. We want variety and excitement. This aspect does not foreshadow breakups, but if a union has been on shaky ground, it will exacerbate the tension. Even if a breakup does not occur, some changes must now be made to prevent us from falling into stagnant ruts where we come to resent another for limiting our freedom. If a relationship begins under this influence, it is likely to be thrilling but short-lived.